Randy Hendricks, it is podcast o'clock.
Yes, it is. Welcome. Another week and more content for our lovely folks, whoever you are.
You know who you are.
Like to listen to our podcast.
And thank you.
Amazingly enough, there are quite a few people listening.
You get an idea a little bit better who we are off the air, but
yeah,
and feel sorry for our wives. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. I tell you. Or maybe us. You never know. We hope you feel sorry for us because we want you to. So, hey, I watched week 2 of Coachella safely on YouTube in my house.
You didn't have to go?
No. And I saw Sabrina Carpenter bring out Madonna.
Such a show.
And Madonna was beautiful, and she didn't look like anything like that Cupid doll from last year. She must have gotten some surgery to undo what she got done. I don't know. Something happened. Anyway, she was wearing glasses, and it was kind of hard to tell still, but she looked more like Madonna than I'd seen her look like Madonna in years.
And you know what? It's the darndest thing, but she still sounds great.
Girl can sing.
Oh,
and of course
so can Sabrina, by the way.
Oh gosh.
All what? 5'1.5" of Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah, she's 5'1.5". She towers. Madonna towered over her at 5'5", I think. But so of course Madonna, she's got a full plan. New album, Confessions 2, is coming out soon. Full tour.
Yep.
And I'm sure we'll be playing a single from her sooner or later on one of our stations. Probably hits.
Well, she somehow remains relevant through the decades.
Dude, I mean, Cher is talking about putting out new music.
Oh, Lord.
I know. She's retired like 20 times, but I think Cher, it might be just time. Just seeing if it could turn back time a few more times.
That would be funny. Do you remember Jack from Will and Grace? If I could turn back time. The very funny, he'd make fun of her and thinking he was nailing Cher. Then he did it in front of her and got slapped.
And she's like, no. Every time I hear that song, all I can picture in my head, every time this song comes on, all I can picture, not that I've tried to block it out, Mike, but I just picture her straddling that big old gun on the ship in the video. Yeah. I tried to block it out, but
it's one of those things. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. I'm sorry.
But I can't. Yeah, but Justin Bieber had a good show again. I mean, Justin Bieber, whether you like him or not, the kid's got talent. He can sing
beyond
and play.
The fact that he can write and sing, but that kid, only because I'm 68, that artist can play anything. Mm-hmm. He can play so many instruments, and he plays them well.
Yeah. Did I tell you about my Believer experience? I think I did. No. Okay, well, we went to the show at the Save Mart Center one year, and I was going to stay for a couple songs, I tell you, and I stayed for the whole show because I got caught up in it, and he was just the best. He was on the drums. He played guitar. He sat down and he sang to you. Yeah. And he sang to everybody. And it was just amazing how he broke everything down after he was out there dancing, doing all that stuff, like you see him on the videos. But then he just stops, breaks down, gets an acoustic guitar. It's just him. And he's singing in the audience. I left there. I'm looking, all right, I get it. I'm a believer.
Okay, so the Irish red-haired kid, you know who I'm talking about, big star.
Ed Sheeran.
He's got that same thing that Sheeran has. Ed Sheeran can stand up there, not necessarily the classically most handsome gentleman in the world. He's not ugly either, but he can stand up there on a stage and just like Steve Perry back in his day, command the room with an acoustic guitar.
Right. And then he's got that little mini band that he puts together, and he shows you how he does it every time.
That's fun.
And it's just amazing. And think of the low overhead he's got during the tour. All the money's going to him, not the band.
Him and a very nice sampler.
I saw a clip the other day of when Taylor was on the Eras tour, and he was one of the clowns that was coming around.
Yes, I saw that.
And she was like, "Oh my God!" She was like, "Oh my God, it's Ed."
She literally had to stop. And I mean, and if you understand how Taylor does a production, every second is choreographed on purpose. I mean, it's very, very purposeful. Everything and everything that's carried and the way that she comes in and the where she comes out of, it's all so completely choreographed. And for her to just go, "Oh, hell no," and stop and have to talk to Ed is a big deal.
Isn't it funny?
And I think that's what he was praying to God that he was going to get the reaction.
Because everything's so meticulously calculated with Taylor, and with all of them these days, which leads me to back in the day, there was nothing like that. The band would get up there and they were just like, what are we playing? Oh, yeah. Okay, we're playing a normal set. Everybody get out here. And then that was it. There was just like no meticulous planning of everything.
Somebody yelled a song title from the band. They'd be like, you want to try it? What the hell? Yeah, I still remember it. Yeah. Okay, 2, 3. And off they go. But
that's just, it's totally different from then and now.
You reminded me of something. I had understood that this artist was really good moment. I was at the Miley show when Miley transitioned from Hannah to Miley at the Save Mart Center, and opening for her was the three brothers.
Jonas Brothers?
The Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
So I'd never seen the Joe Bros before, and I hadn't seen Miley. And at that show, I learned that both of those artists were absolutely the real deal. Mm-hmm. And you would have to have been 16 years old or however old she was at that day to run around as much as she did and sing, by the way, every note live. Neither band was tracked. They were both 100% live.
Yep.
And damn good. I was just remember turning to my daughter and going, I'm having as much fun as you are. These guys are really good.
Yeah, I saw the Jonas Brothers a few years back at the Save Mart Center. Last time they were there, and they are the real deal. I mean, these guys are amazing. They play, they sing, and they can just sing with one guitar.
Oh, yeah. And this isn't a negative statement. They are the pop stars. When it comes to pop music, they really have it down, and they have it done very well, very classic. A lot of the songs come out, and you're like, God, I would never have thought of that. It's not just a rehash of some old vibe. They usually come up with some new hook or some new harmony or some new way of doing what they do. You're like, God, I really like that. That's different.
And you see the reaction. I mean, these girls are crying. I mean, I didn't know there were that many Jonas Brothers fans until I went to the show.
Oh, yeah.
And it sold out. And there was 25, 30-year-old girls, because they grew up with them, still jumping up and down, screaming every song, even the new stuff. And like I said, crying, the ones that went up to the stage and just looked, angelic. They had this angelic look to them.
Melted when they got there. Steve Perry had that. Yeah. Steve Perry, when he was with Journey and was healthy and running around and awesome, I went to see. I'd seen Journey before, but my sister wanted to see Journey, and we saw them at the Saw them at the Fabulous Forum, and anywhere Steve looked or pointed, that whole section just fell down.
Man, I wish I would have got to see Steve Perry's Journey. I didn't. I saw Arnell. And Arnell's great too.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have seen Steve in action.
He just made it look effortless.
Who else?
And that was the beauty of him.
Who else who can command an audience like that?
You're gonna laugh. I didn't ever see him live, but I've heard David Cassidy had that.
Oh, I bet.
It was only for a few years because he didn't last that long. But when David Cassidy was out there, it was a phenom situation like that, like Beatles-level insanity.
I believe.
For just a couple of years. Yeah. He had that too.
Yeah, I saw a doc on him, and they had to, push him into the police car because the girls were trying to trample him. And that was Partridge Family, and he'd go out on the weekends and do his shows.
Yep.
And just have a good time. And Brother Sean, my sister, was in love
very similar
with Sean Cassidy. As a matter of fact, we were watching an episode of Murder, She Wrote this weekend. That's how crazy we are. And Sean Cassidy was the guest star.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my God. And he's still, I looked him up on Facebook. He's still singing. He still looks great. Yeah. He's still having a good time. He's like Rick Springfield. That guy can command an audience.
Ironic fact about David, through that whole I remember it. The Partridge Family took off like a shot for a couple of years. And all through it, all David wanted to be was the next Hendrix. He wanted to be the next rock star. Yep. So he was happy to be on stage, but it wasn't what he wanted to play.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
He wanted to play and scream. He wanted to rock.
He wanted to rock. But
He got a couple songs in, from what I understand, though.
but the fans reign supreme.
They wanted Keith Partridge.
Yeah,
They wanted Keith Partridge.
it worked, man. It worked.
And they got him, and plus they got a little bit of rock too. But Sean Cassidy, let's flash back to my sister.
Okay.
She made me listen to his whole first album when I was 16 and sick of school. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yep.
I got the fever. I always said for the flavor of a Pringles. That's rock and roll. So that's rock and roll over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then Rick Springfield right along the same lines, Jesse's Girl, over and over again. I knew I knew the his first album pretty much front to back. And if it came on right now, I could probably sing all the lyrics to you. Sean Cassidy and Rick Springfield.
That's funny. Well, Springfield, I understand. I mean, Jesse's Girl will always be an anthem. Anytime you do a wedding, you just wait for the right time and drop it in.
Jesse is a friend.
Just wait for the right time. And
the guy's 70 years old and built like a tank.
You just reminded me. You mentioned age. You know who blew my mind within the last year and a half? We had at Adventist Amphitheater, we had Jefferson Starship. Mm-hmm. And I cannot think of the lead singer's name. Mickey Thomas, right?
Yep.
Mickey Thomas was 75, count 'em, 75 years old up there on that stage singing those songs, Jane, and rocking it. And do you know, you were there. If you weren't there, he did, and let me tell you, did he do it? He did. What was the Journey song he did? It's a classic. Don't Stop Believing. They did Don't Stop Believing. I promise you, if Steve Perry tried to do Don't Stop Believing right now, he couldn't and hit that high note. Not on a bet. Mickey Thomas nailed it.
And how old is Steve, though? He's like 78, too.
But still, I was so impressed. It's like, Mickey, you are so blessed. No wonder you're still touring. If I could do what you were doing, I'd be hauling it out there, too, because why not? Why not?
I saw Starship 3 times since 2000, and very consistent. He's got the same power in his voice that he had in early 2000s, late 90s.
But I forgot he was with the Fooled Around and Fell in Love band.
Yeah.
Starts with an E. I can't think of it. This is awful.
Fooled Around and Fell in Love.
Yeah, isn't it great being old? But, I mean, when I heard the voice, I'm like, well,
Emerson,
heck
Lake
yeah.
Palmer? No, that's not right. Who would it be?
It will be.
Not Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
No.
It was
no.
Elvin Bishop.
Elvin Bishop.
That's it.
And he was the lead singer at the time that song was a hit. And I was like, yeah, sure as heck is, because you just know the minute you hear it.
Yeah. Did you ever see?
So they toured that song.
Did you ever see like Alan O'Day or any of those guys? They were kind of poppy in the 70s.
Only on midnight, whatever the show was.
Like
I never got to see it, but I always loved that song. Love you, love you, love you.
Undercover Angel.
Love that
Fantasy.
song.
Yeah.
The big pop anthems. That one, Sweet, Fox on the Run.
Love that song. I still have to listen to that song. And I saw that song late
the big
night.
Giant keyboards.
I must have been like 7, 8 years old. Sorry, Mike. 7, 8 years old. And I saw it on a late night syndication Top of the Pops because, they record it. And then like a couple months later, that gets over to the U.S. And then, you see Fox on the Run. And I was like, what is that song? Oh, my God. I still go to YouTube and watch it all the time.
That summer, that song was gigantic on all the top 40 radio stations. It was huge.
Love that song. So Casey Kasem was right. Casey Kasem, though, he was an innovator, and I mean, he talked like an announcer, but he was right here, conversational, talking to you when everybody else in the world was screaming out the top of their lungs.
It was conversational for the time. As Randy and I like to joke, back in the 70s, DJs often sounded like this, which is called puking, or they sounded like this. These are screamers.
That's right.
But then there was Casey Kasem, who sounded just like this. But that was very conversational.
But then there was
for
a DJ to be that was totally conversational and totally different.
Yeah.
And then you get a long distance dedication. Then he would get down. He'd get down and get funky with that one. He was just like, and her cat died, and that's what happened. And we're gonna play that song for you right now.
This is for your cat, Mary. Yeah. Here it comes.
Mary in Tupelo, Mississippi. Here's your long distance dedication. He would just get right there.
Mary's listening to KTTI and get the plug in.
Kitty Radio.
Yeah.
Oh, we've gone off the crazy deep end this time.
That's all good.
I think so. There's another podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for listening.